Candle the House with No Sound Long Horror Story. Evan is 16 years old. He lives in a small town that sits near a dark forest. People call the forest Silent Wood because inside it the wind never blows and birds never sing. The trees are tall and old and the light between them is weak. No one in town likes to go there, but Evan has always been curious. He likes strange places, he likes secrets. The story begins on a cold evening in October. Evan walks home from school with his backpack heavy on his shoulders. The sun is already low and the sky is turning gray. The wind feels sharp and leaves scrape across the road like tiny claws. Evan pulls his jacket tighter and quickens his steps. As he walks, he sees something unusual, an old wooden sign lying on the ground near the edge of the forest. The sign is broken, but some letters can still be read. No entry after sunset. Evan stares at it. Why, he whispers. The forest looks peaceful but oddly dark. He continues walking, but the image of the broken sign stays in his head. That night, Evan sits at his desk doing homework, but his mind keeps drifting back to the forest. Something inside him wants answers. He opens his window and looks out. From his room, he can see the tops of the silent wood trees moving slightly in the night. Except there is no wind. He closes the window and tells himself he imagined it. Still, he cannot sleep. At midnight, Evan sits up in bed, heart beating fast. He makes a decision. Tomorrow he will go into the forest. Not far, just a little, just to see. The next day after school, he packs a flashlight, a bottle of water, and his phone. He knows it is stupid. He knows no one goes there, but he also knows he will not stop thinking about it unless he goes. Evan walks to the edge of Silent Wood. The moment he steps into the first line of trees, the air changes, the world becomes still. No sound, no birds, no wind, even the sound of his own footsteps seems too soft. He walks deeper. The maples and pines stand tall like silent guards. He looks around and realizes he does not know how long he has been walking. The light is dim. The forest floor is covered with old leaves and strange marks. Evan stops when he sees a house. It is small and wooden, sitting alone in the middle of the trees. Its windows are black and the door is slightly open. Grass around it is dead and gray, as if no sunlight has touched this place for many years. Evan feels his heart beating in his ears, but he cannot stop himself. He steps toward the house. Something about it calls to him, like a whisper without sound. He pushes the door slowly. It creaks, but the noise feels wrong, quiet and thin, as if the house is swallowing the sound. Inside, the air is cold. The living room is empty except for an old chair and a table. The walls are covered in dark stains. Evan shines his flashlight around. In the corner, he sees a staircase leading down into a basement. He knows going down is a bad idea, but curiosity is stronger. He steps carefully down the stairs. Each step feels softer than it should, as if the wood is wet, but when he touches it, it is dry. The basement is large and empty. The floor is covered in dust except for one clear path, like someone walks there often. Evan follows it with his light. The path leads to a wooden box in the center of the room. The box is old and locked shut with a metal clasp. Evan kneels, his fingers hover over the lock. He hears something behind him. A breath, but not humans. A slow, deep cold. He freezes, his light shakes in his hand, he turns slowly. Nobody is there. He takes a step backward, then another. Suddenly the door at the top of the stairs slams shut, not loud, just final. Evan runs to the stairs, but when he reaches the door and pushes it, it refuses to open. His breathing becomes fast. Panic mixes with fear. He tries to call his parents, but there is no signal. He shines his flashlight around the basement again. Something is different. The wooden box is open. He knows he did not open it. He knows he did not hear it opens. Inside the box is a small cloth doll. It is dirty, with button eyes and a mouth stitched in black thread. One button eye hangs loosely. The doll's head is turned toward him. Oh, he feels sick. He backs away slowly. A sound begins. A soft tapping. Tab, tab, tab. It comes from the walls, from the floor, from the ceiling, then from the doll. The stitched mouth begins to move. A whisper fills the room, thin like air escaping a balloon. On stay. Evan drops his flashlight. It rolls on the floor, spinning until it points at something behind him. A figure stands in the corner. Tall, shadowed, shoulders bent at an unnatural angle. Its arms hang too long, stretching past its knees. The head is wrong, tilted, swollen, as if filled with water. The face is pale and smooth, no eyes, no nose, no mouth. Evan cannot scream. His voice is trapped. The figure moves, not walking, gliding, its body makes no sound. It stops only a meter from him. Evan feels the cold coming from it like winter air. The doll whispers again. Stay with us. Evan runs. He doesn't know where he is going. He grabs his flashlight and sprints across the basement. He finds a small window near the ceiling. He throws himself at it. It breaks with a sharp crack. For the first time, sound returns. The wind screams outside. The trees shake. The forest wakes up. Evan climbs out, cutting his arms, tearing his clothes. He runs through the forest, not looking back. Branches scratch his face, roots trip his feet, but he keeps running. He does not stop until he bursts out of the trees and falls onto open ground. He lies there for a long time, gasping, trembling, waiting for something to follow him, but nothing comes. Silent wood stands behind him, dark and still. Evan forces himself up and runs home. His mother cries when she sees him. His father shouts his name. Evan tries to explain, but no words come out. He collapses into their arms. That night, Evan lies in bed, awake. He cannot sleep. Every time he closes his eyes, he sees the pale face with no features. He hears the whisper of the doll. In the morning, he goes to check his window and finds something on the ground outside. The doll. Dirty, wet, with one button eye hangings. Its stitched mouth is wider now. Too wide. As if smiling. Attached to the doll is a note written in shaky handwriting. You left too soon. Evan drops the doll and steps back, but the wind lifts the paper and presses it against his hand again, as if the forest wants him to keep it. Every night after that, Evan hears noises in his house. Slow tapping, soft breathing behind his door, faint whispers near his bed. The forest does not want to let him go. Not anymore. One evening, Evan hears a knock at his window. Tab, tab, tab. He looks outside. The tall figure stands under the tree. No eyes, no mouth, no sound. Just waiting. And in its hand, the doll.